And James, it is main event time here at Summerfest. MPX Tag Team Championship on the line as we see our champions back in full force this week. The leading man, Michael Schaefer. The strong style cinephile, Sebastian Envy. The script is set, and our main event is on deck.
The previews have ended. We are ready for our main event.
And what a force this duo has been since winning those titles. Nobody's been able to stop Best Picture. And I guess we'll find out in a matter of moments if Excessive Violence is the team that could put an end to this reign.
I'll tell you what, excessive violence has to be more than excessively violent. They have to be excessively lucky if they're hoping to dethrone Best Picture tonight.
Here we heard Sebastian Envy mention earlier, Sky De La Cremosa has a bad shoulder. The last time we saw Dmitry Alexandrov, Civil Disorder took out his ankle with a steel chair. What kind of shape are either of them going to be in?
I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter because 100%, 50%, 30%, it doesn't matter because Best Picture has the story all plotted out. And everything's fine as long as you stick to the script.
Look at the script in Sebastian Envy's hand. It is set for tonight for this tag team title match. Good to see Michael Schaefer back. He was at his home in Malibu last week. Heard he had to work with some stunt people. It's tough being a leading man in Hollywood. I mean, you got a busy schedule.
I mean, yeah, it's when you're the leading man, you have a lot of responsibilities. Sometimes that takes you away from where most people want you.
And those sunglasses Michael Schaefer's wearing, $2,500.
$2,500?
Yes.
He told me $1,700 yesterday.
And here come the challengers. A pair of former MPX champions. They've both individually held tag team titles with various partners. Could they do it together right here tonight?
We are about to see a huge, huge matchup tonight. Both of these men, like you just said, have been tag champions, have been MPX champions. And I'll tell you something, both of these men have had run-ins with the leading man.
De La Cremosa, Dmitry Alexandrov, both very decorated competitors here at MPX.
Here's the thing though, here's the thing. Michael Schaefer knows everything about Dmitry Alexandrov.
That's true, one of those tag team title reigns for each man was together as part of Barely Gentlemen.
Introducing the challengers. First, fighting out of St. Petersburg, Russia, the bear fighter, Dmitry Alexandrov. His tag team partner, fighting out of Weeping Mary, Texas, the Texas Chainsaw, Sky De La Cremosa. Together, they are Excessive Violence.
They're excessively hairy too.
And their opponents, first, now residing in Hollywood, California, the leading man, Michael Schaefer. And his tag team partner, fighting out of Washington, D.C., he is the strong style cinephile, Sebastian Envy. Together, they are the MPX Tag Team Champions, Best Picture.
There we go, the scene is set for our tag team championship main event. Best Picture, Excessive Violence. We're ready to do this.
I gotta tell you, like I was saying earlier though, Tyler, I gotta tell you, Schaefer knows everything about Dmitry, but you know what? Dmitry only thinks he knows everything about Schaefer because Schaefer is no longer working alone. Schaefer is taking directions from the strong style cinephile.
Guys, let me say this. Best Picture has worked very well as a tag team, to my surprise, since winning those tag team titles. However, if there was a duo that can take those titles off of these guys, it's these two former MPX champions, Sky De La Cremosa and Dmitry Alexandrov. I think we're going to have new tag team champions here tonight.
I will almost agree with you. Yes, if there is a duo who can take the titles off of them, it could be them. But there isn't a duo, Cody. There's not a duo who can take those titles away from Best Picture.
No one so far has been able to measure up to Best Picture since they've captured these titles. We saw last week, Jason Silver, Bane Bailey, they kind of made their intentions known, attacking Sebastian Envy and Sky De La Cremosa.
I'm telling you.
But we're going to see if excessive violence maybe is the team that can end this run of Best Picture.
Look at that, barely gentlemen meeting in the ring.
Schaefer and Alexandrov, well, toe-to-toe for a second, nose-to-nose. And it's been several weeks since we've seen Schaefer and Envy here at the same time as a tag team. We've seen them both in singles competition.
They've been busy, man. When you're a director, the likes of Sebastian Envy, you've got a lot of other projects. When you're a leading man, you've got a lot of people that you have to satisfy.
See, and what that tells me right there, James, is that these guys are sidetracked, that they're not focused on retaining those tag team titles tonight. They've got too many things going on. They're worried about scripts. They're worried about stunt training. They're worried about meetings with producers in Hollywood. How about you focus on your tag team title match here tonight?
Well, they're focused right now. That's what all their focus is on, is excessive violence. And look at the leading man.
Look at that. See? Where's that focus, Cody? Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why they can do that. Because when you're as good as Best Picture and you stick to the script, you don't need to worry about scrubs like excessive violence. Oh my God! No.
Was that in the script? Alexandrov moved out of the way.
Oh my gosh!
And look at the kick. The bear fighter.
Oh my gosh,
again,
not again!
Former MPX champion. He wants more gold. He wants it here tonight. Head first goes the leading man.
He's got Schaefer.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
There's the exchange. Schaefer's stuck in the excessive violence corner.
No! Oh, and there's the violence!
And here comes another former MPX champion. Nice tags here on the part of excessive violence.
Oh gosh!
And Schaefer getting worked over in the corner. And this is excessive violence. You're seeing it right now.
No! Oh my gosh!
That bicycle kick to the face of Schaefer. And here comes the Texas Chainsaw again. De La Cremosa, all of his weight. Schaefer is in desperate need of a tag. Cover.
The cover. De La Cremosa, he went in full speed ahead onto Schaefer in that corner, but not enough to keep him down. And you know, if you look at this Best Picture team, you would think it would be Sebastian Envy that you want to get in there and get, but it's been Schaefer who's been taking the punishment.
Well, we saw Sebastian Envy and Sky De La Cremosa face each other one-on-one last week. And again, of course, we saw Silver and Bane get involved.
So that match ended a bit abruptly at the appearance of the Immortal and the Weapon last week.
Sebastian is going to slowly but surely pick apart the Texas Chainsaw. Oh my gosh. No. Look, no.
De La Cremosa, another tag. We're seeing quick tags so far on the part of the challengers. These guys working extremely well together. Envy ducks under.
Ooh, good gut shots there.
Well, Envy now trying to fight both of the challengers. Runs right into the elbow of Dmitry. Headbutt from Sky.
They got Envy in trouble here.
Oh, here we go.
Double hip toss.
Yeah, at some point the referee's going to have to get one of these two out of there.
No. Oh my gosh.
And they just had an Envy sandwich. Dmitry with the cover. Only two.
Guys, if you're looking over at Schaefer, he is busted open from that flurry of shots in the corner.
That's what happens when you get in the ring with excessive violence. You know, there's probably going to be some bloodshed.
Envy catches the leg of Dmitry.
Brilliant!
This going to that damaged ankle.
Chop block from one half of the tag champions.
It's hard to be that violent when you can't even stand.
And now we're seeing a tag from the tag team champions. Schaefer back in. And now he's got Alexandrov right where he wants him.
This is revenge for that bloody face.
all of his weight trying to crush the chest of his former tag team partner.
And if you notice a lot of that foot went onto that shoulder.
And we don't know how much damage was done to the ankle of Dmitry Alexandrov with that steel chair a few weeks ago. This is the first time we've seen him since, and I guess we're about to find out as Schaefer just put all of his weight on the ankle of the Bear fighter.
Schaefer is wanting to hurt both men in every possible, good Lord.
See that headbutt there to Dmitry. And then again, the leading man just slowing the pace down as soon as he came into the ring. All of his weight right there across the body.
And we heard earlier, Schaefer may have been a
And
little
look
bit.
at that cheap shot to the Texas Chainsaw, De La Cremosa, and now Sky's trying to get back in.
And look at this, and they're going to use the distraction. Sebastian Envy grabbing that bad leg.
Look at that, look at that.
Behind the referee's back.
Oh, brilliant.
That left leg
Brilliant.
of the Bear fighter coming down across the edge of the apron.
The leading man lays the trap. Sebastian Envy takes advantage. And Dmitry Alexandrov is in a whole world of trouble here.
Cody, you call that behind the referee's back. In the business, they call that behind the scenes. That's just you wouldn't understand that. You don't
This
have friends
isn't
in the
Hollywood.
business. You don't have friends in the business.
This isn't Hollywood. This is Bedford, Texas. This is the MPX Event Center. There's no behind the scenes. There's no script writers. There's no directors.
They've brought Hollywood to us.
Spoken just like a Hollywood outsider.
He's
And
still
Dmitry-
mad he hasn't been allowed in the trailer.
I know, gosh.
Dmitry trying to fight back. But Schaefer just too much for him. And now that knee crashing down into the mat.
You know, they showed me a preview screening of Schaefer's next movie. It's wonderful. It's about twins who've never met, right? But they're both great fighters.
Fantastic. I can't wait to not watch it.
Premise sounds a little familiar, but maybe not.
It's called Doubling Impact.
I like it.
It's a Van Damme good time.
And Envy again targeting that left leg of Alexandrov. And now just mocking Alexandrov as he sends him right into the turnbuckle.
Look at this. Look at this. They have basically just taken this entire match and just put it for themselves. Look at this. Dimitri's out. He's just out. Not only is he the weak link. Oh,
Drop kick
right
to
on
the
target.
knee.
Right on the tip of that knee.
You hear Alexandrov screaming in pain as Best Picture continues this assault on that bad ankle. And here comes Schaefer back in, I think. Where was the tag made?
And the tag champions just having their way with Alexandrov, not letting him anywhere near Sky De La Cremosa to make the tag.
You know, even if Alexandrov gets to his corner here and tags in Sky, I don't think he has that shoulder taped up still this week, but there's no way it's 100%.
Oh, no.
He had to have that shoulder pop back into place.
Again, Sky is trying to let people think that he is. Oh my gosh, that height.
Envy using his partner's back as a prop.
Good night.
And that power slam.
2, oh.
What a lackadaisical cover. That's an insult to Dmitry Alexandrov, a former MPX champion, a title that Michael Schaefer nor Sebastian Envy have ever held, by the way.
Well, you don't need that championship to be a leading man. Oh, but it really would look good next to his Oscars.
They would.
The Oscars are they're like the Oscars, but they're in Vanya. It's a difference. Don't worry about it.
Schaefer with that ankle lock, but Dmitry sends him face first in the corner. Can
This
he
could be
make
the
his way
opportunity.
over?
he
Here's the
made the
Texas
tag.
Chainsaw. De La Cremosa in there. There's a cheap shot to Envy. Nice payback from De La Cremosa.
Oh my gosh, these shots.
De La Cremosa going to work with those headbutts on the leading man.
Oh my gosh.
That boot to the face of Schaefer. Oh, wait
Can
a
he
second.
do it? Oh my gosh.
Huge belly to back suplex.
This is the first time in this match that the champions have really been in danger.
The addicts chanting for excessive violence. And De La Cremosa, springboard clothesline. Schaefer goes down.
So that's too
On
often.
the outside.
Not often you see Sky De La Cremosa break out a
Oh, look at
springboard.
that.
Oh, there's the
There
shoulder.
it is.
There's the shoulder.
Brilliant.
Envy taking advantage of De La Cremosa.
Sebastian Envy knew exactly what to go for. And that's that bad shoulder of the Texas Chainsaw.
And now Envy targeting that right shoulder the same way they did that left knee of Dmitry Alexandrov.
I'm telling you, they're sticking to the script.
And you can see how much Best Picture has been studying. They knew on both men what to go for, what to look for, what the weak points were, and they are exploiting both of them.
Oh my
And
gosh!
again, Envy going right after that shoulder. You see on the outside, Michael Schaefer barely getting back in his corner.
You know what? I thought for a moment that Dmitry was the weak link, but I think they've just been playing this up the whole time. I think Dmitry started the match and stayed in so long specifically so he could protect Sky's shoulder. Sky's never gonna let you know he's hurt.
You assume that there's a weak link with excessive violence. Again, we've seen these guys go through hell, sometimes against each other.
Oh, they're checking. They got to check the script here.
They're just double checking.
Make sure everything's going as it should.
Shouldn't they know their parts before they come out here?
Okay, that's not how a good director works. A good director goes with the flow and he's able to make adjustments to the script.
A good actor.
And a great leading man can know when to adjust said script to fit the flow.
I don't think Anthony Hopkins calls for line in the middle of a scene.
No, sometimes you just feel something and you might want to make a little change there. Maybe that's what the leading man felt.
You don't know about Tony.
And Schaefer now targeting De La Cremosa in the corner.
Oh!
And that forearm catching De La Cremosa right in the jaw.
I'll be surprised if De La Cremosa knows where he is now.
And Sebastian Envy in, illegally I might add, there was no tag.
Oh, that running knee.
Then, maybe I guess there was a tag, excuse me.
Did you miss the tag?
I guess I did.
Then you need to read the script. He didn't get a copy of the script. That was the thing. He
Right
didn't go
there,
to the trailer.
Page 22.
Yeah.
And De La Cremosa not that far away from Alexandrov.
He might as well be in another country with how Sebastian has him locked down.
And Envy taunting Dmitry Alexandrov, holding Sky's hand close and
look
now
at
pulling
that.
back on the fingers. Oh.
And again, that shoulder of De La Cremosa just being picked apart here by the tag team champions.
Look at this. Just rapid fire shots.
Sebastian might knock that shoulder back out and back in with those kicks.
So, would you guys say that was excessively violent of Sebastian and me?
It was pretty excessive. It's pretty excessive.
And a right hand shot right to the ribs of De La Cremosa.
Cody's cologne is excessive.
Alexandrov getting the addicts into it, getting behind his tag team partner.
He's going to finish it now.
This has got De La Cremosa perched up on the top turnbuckle.
When was the last time you saw the leading man, Michael Schaefer, heading upstairs?
That's De La Cremosa not letting him join him up there with the headbutts. Sending Schaefer back down. Now
Sky's up top.
Oh.
Whoa!
Missile drop kick from Sky De La Cremosa.
That was an amazing move by Sky De La Cremosa.
But guys, now he's got to make the tag.
That's De La Cremosa just throwing out anything he could there to get the leading man down.
Schaefer is down. He's barely moving. De La Cremosa is barely moving.
It's all going to come down to who makes the first tag.
Schaefer's closer to his corner.
There
There's
it is.
the tag to Envy. But here comes the bear fighter. Alexandrov clothesline to Envy. He's back up. T-bone suplex. And the bear fighter, he's had quite a bit of time to gather his bearings in the corner. Forearm to the strong style cinephile. Another forearm.
Yeah, all this running back and forth, I don't know what that's going to do for Dmitry Alexandrov.
Bicycle kick to Envy.
He's trying to get that blood back to the knee. And
But look, Envy, he followed Dmitry in.
He's calling for it. This is going to be it.
Envy looking for the cutting room floor. But no, Alexandrov counters. De La Cremosa tags himself in. He's right there. He's got Envy.
Oh, he's got him by the throat.
No.
Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, my gosh.
Choke slam, back suplex combo. Cover. That's going to do it. New chip. No.
And there was no Michael Schaefer in sight. There's Sebastian Envy able to get the shoulder up.
The addicts are convinced that was a 3 count. Travis Trueborn says otherwise. And now, They're looking for death by Flosion, but here comes Schaefer. Schaefer sends De La Cremosa into his partner.
Guys!
Umbrella bomb.
He's
Are we
got him
gonna see it? Umbrella bomb the bear fighter. I've lost track of the legal man. I think De La Cremosa and I believe Sebastian Envy
I believe
are the
Sebastian
legal men.
is legal.
Sky De La Cremosa spins the leading man around.
Oh, death by stereo.
Can he get him?
Death by stereo. He got him. Go for the cover, Sky.
Oh! That's not the legal man. Sky doesn't know.
Oh! He planted the Texas Chainsaw.
No.
What?
Only
What?
two.
What? No! What? Come
Calm
on!
down. Sit down, James. Only a 2 count.
That was 3!
I thought that had to be it. Somehow De La Cremosa kept himself alive, but Sebastian Envy was in the perfect place at the perfect time there.
And Envy coming in there. Wait a second. He's got one of the tag titles.
Get him.
Best picture. Looking to get themselves disqualified to retain those titles.
That's part of the script, probably, if you would just listen.
Trueborn.
Wait a minute, Sebastian, look, they're both right behind you.
Referee's not going to allow it. But now look, he's got excessive violence right there.
Oh my gosh.
Knee to Envy. Sends him in. We're going to see it. Death by Flosion.
Oh my gosh.
We're going to have new tag champions. Cover
Tag
him.
champs.
De La Cremosa with the cover. 1, 2, 3. What?
Schaefer
What the
pulled the
hell?
referee out.
Michael Schaefer pulling the referee out of the ring.
You can't push the leading man like that.
2 count. 2 count.
And Trueborn really letting Schaefer have it.
He could just disqualify him if he wanted.
Schaefer just saved the tag team titles.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Tope by the bear fighter.
Wait, look at
Wait,
Envy.
back in the ring,
Back in the ring. Sebastian
back in the
Envy.
ring.
He's
Turn
got one of
around.
the title belts.
Guys, it's all about
Envy's
angles.
got the title.
All
No,
about the
duck
camera
under.
angles.
Look out.
Oh my gosh.
Cutting room
Look at that.
floor.
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Cutting room floor of the title. Let me talk, damn it. 2. Son of a bitch.
Here are your winners, and still the MPX Tag Team Champions. Best Picture.
And you can see it, the referee was never any the wiser that Sebastian Envy had that title belt in his hand. He was busy on the floor, and Best Picture are walking out still your MPX Tag Team Champions.
That victory was certified rotten, baby. That has 2 thumbs way up.
Excessive violence just got screwed out of the tag team titles. As they're trying to tell Trueborn, he hit him with the title.
Okay, first off, he didn't hit